Anybody who knew me when I was younger, I busted my head open a lot of times. I had to get a lot of stitches, and I remember waiting many hours in Dr. Horstman's office, waiting to get stitches with my mom. She was always there for me. She was there for a lot of people. She was always the life of the party, wherever she went, man. She knew how to break the ice with anybody. She never knew a stranger. Everybody was her friend. And that's rare. You know, that's rare in a person. A lot of people can be closed off and keep to themselves. And she always knew how to break the ice with somebody and become the friend them. Thank you all for being here. It means a lot to me, and I'm sure it meant a lot to my mom. Once again, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, like Deb. And I'm going to finish with a verse. It's Luke 8:17. For all that is secret will eventually be brought to the open, and everything that is concealed will be brought to the light and made known to all. I think after we pass, we do get all of the answers of life that we're wondering while we're here. I think that it all makes sense in the end. And once again, thank you everybody for being here.
I skate at the Columbus Grove skating rink. My mom let me redo my room when I was 13 and put zebra carpet in my bedroom. Yeah, ladies, tell me you're going to let that happen. She bought me a moped that then turned into a moped gang. And at least a dozen of us rode around on mopeds for 2 years. For the science fair, my mom was a beautician. So she taught me the 7 stages of hair lightening to dye your hair. Followed by, she dyed all the boys' hair in the 2001 class to look like Eminem. And so we all ran around with blonde hair all year long. One time, and one of the famous other singers is here today, I will not mention his name, but one time for the June Jubilee, friends of mine and I decided to do a rap song, and my mom put dreads in our hair. Then my dumb ass went to the West End and asked for a job. My brother did, actually. He got a job. My mom used to take me toilet paper. So if you were toilet papered from 1999 to 2001, Deb Hughes may allegedly be an accomplice. She let my friends spend the night anytime that they wanted to spend the night. And for all of you, like, hey, we all slept in the living room, and it was boys and girls, and nobody got to do anything fun. Trust me, my mom would not let that happen, at least on her watch. One of the things she did is that was really tough is I had a dog from when I was 8 until 18, and it was time to put him down. And my mom actually went ahead and did that for us. And I came home the day and was like, "Where's the dog?" And she's like, "I put him down." And which sounds really sad, but now I get it. I get it why she did it. And I couldn't be any happier that she did. Here's the other one that you guys should know. Anytime I was drunk, my mom would come get me. Anytime Eric Rice was drunk, my mom would come get me. So tells you my mom would pick us up at any time, anywhere, at any place. Sorry to all my high school and college girlfriends and wife. My mom knew everything about me, and that means everything. So sorry, ladies. She was also there for the day that my kids were born. And ironically, she was there for me because while Abby did all the hard work, I'm over here puking in the bathroom, passing out, and didn't eat for 4 days straight. So my mom actually took care of me. So thank you for that. The other thing you guys should already know about my mom, she might have been 4'10", but she had pretty big personality. So I can tell you that I taught or learned from my mom not to take shit from anybody. And that absolutely is true. If you've ever dealt with me, if you cross me, it's not It's not beautiful, but at the same time, she also taught me how to be open-armed and to love. She also taught me how to cut hair, which came in very handy in college for side money. And she also, one of the things you guys already know, and may know this from Deb, but she taught me how to do door-to-door sales. And to this day, it has propelled me into a huge success. Because as my wife knows, I get off the phone with somebody and she's like, how the hell did you do that? I'm like, I don't know. Ask Deb Hughes. And thank you for everyone that purchased Christmas stuff from me over those years. I appreciate it. The other thing that I do want to say is, a mother's love is the purest love you can ever find. Okay? I hate to tell you all, but the rest of the love is conditional. But your mother's love, that is unconditional. You're not getting that from anyone else in any regards. It's the purest form of love you will ever see. And she provided that to me. And one of the things that she taught me the most is something I think I'm very, very proud of. And I need my boys and kids up here for this. My mom didn't just teach me the alphabet. She taught me the alphabet backwards, which was to my advantage when the state highway patrolman pulled me over. But I do want to say this got passed on. So, hey, guys, do you want to sing real quick? Can you help me? Ready? So there you go, everybody. So that came from my mom, and I was able to learn my alphabet forward and backwards. It didn't mean I could spell that well. I'm saying that on Columbus Grove schools. Things that my mom really loved and enjoyed. One of the great things that you should know is I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan, and my mom was also. To the point where, heads up, I rock them with socks. Okay? She loved angels and mermaids. She loved Harley Davidson motorcycles, which I could have swore Alex and I looked at Will and it said something about me getting one. She loved home and garden and Mexican food. And anything gold and beige. Jesus, so much gold and beige. She loved convertibles, scratched off tickets, cutting hair, and most importantly, she loved her grandchildren. Accident art reminded her of herself very much. And it was always great to see the interaction with her with them. Because I think she saw these two spazzes and went, oh man, I had to deal with these two headaches myself. And if I could tell you guys, my mom was a saint in the fact that she had to do with two major pain-in-the-ass boys that ran around this town terrorizing things. And if you were ever my mother, you would understand that we're a lot to handle. No offense to my brother, but I can only handle them in about 24-hour periods, and then we're done. One thing I do want to end and state is, my mom had beautiful blue eyes, and when I do look at my boys, I see that. And to me, that's why I think she's going to live forward. I don't personally care if she was in the ground or cremated or went to Mexico. I'm able to see those eyes and see my mom. So, with that said, I ask and beg of you, if your mother's still alive, to please give her a call. Tell her you love her. And my mom said to me every day in the morning before school, have a good day, don't get in trouble. Didn't work very well. And I think that's the hardest part, is I'm not going to be able to call her and say, I had a good day, I didn't get in trouble. And that's going to be the hard part for me. I always miss her yelling my name, mostly in haste, but sometimes in a positive way. And since she was a big fan of Pink Floyd, I'll end with Shine On, You Crazy Diamond, Shine On. Thank you. Do you want it?
No.
Okay.
Without any further ado, Miss Smith.
You gotta take your 5. There you go.
childhood memory with her. And one day, when we were living on the farm, we decided that we thought the pony wanted to see the inside of the house. So, Mom and Dad, fortunately, weren't home, so we take the pony up the stairs, showing around the house. Everything's going great. We think the pony's having a good time. And lo and behold, here comes Dad, home for lunch. So we put the pony in the mudroom, and of course it poops. And Debbie goes and gets Dad out to takes him to the swimming pool and distracts him. While I get the pony out of the room, down the stairs, back to the barn, grab a shovel, get the poop, spray, make everything smell good, and time for Dad to come into the house. We didn't fess up for a long, long time. We thought we'd be in trouble all the way into our adult life. And then we fessed up, and they actually thought it was pretty funny, so that was a good thing. But we laugh about it, not only because we got away with it, but because, like, what pony really wants to see the inside of anything? So that it's just a great memory that I have, and I wanted to share with you. And then my favorite adult memory with Deb was about 20 years ago. She gave me a Christmas present. And it was the ugliest ceramic genie box I've ever seen. And I was like, what on earth am I going to do with this? And so I decided before I left that day, I'm going to put it in her bathroom closet. So a couple weeks later, when she found it, she thought that was hilarious, and that started the tradition of 20 years of passing this ugly genie back and forth. I found it in my landscaping, she found it in her grill. We mailed it back and forth. Actually, I mailed it to her one time, and she was so excited. I think she was with you guys, you and Alex, and so excited to see my sister loves me. She sent me a package. She's the best. She opens it up, and there's that ugly genie. So the good thing about it was she had a great sense of humor and thought it was hilarious. We wrapped it up back and forth. You name it, that genie went. So that's going to be a sad memory for me. But the best part is I bought an ugly genie ceramic box to put some of her ashes in. So. The best part of our relationship is that every time we talked about our memories, no matter who we talked to, how many times we told it, we thought that was hilarious. We would sit and laugh and joke, and it's just nice to always have that connection with her. And this is my daughter, Kai, and she has a few things to say, and I would like to read something to you.
Hi, I'm Aunt Debbie's niece. So one of the things that I most remember about my aunt is that she has a way with gifts, some would say. Best gift giver, and that's what I know her as. Ever since I first came over to the United States to be adopted by this family, she gave me this blanket, and it's a blanket that I carry with me to this day. And I carried with it so often everywhere I went that it got ruined, and obviously like into shreds, but it has been remade and back into its former self, thank God. And every single Christmas, whenever she would see me with this blanket, she'd be like, Miss Kylan, you still carry this thing? Yes, I do, Aunt Debbie. Of course I do, because it's from her. And I will still carry it with me up until the day I die. I'll be with me in my casket. And then another gift that she always kept giving was whenever we would be together, especially like laying out on the beach or just going with my mother on trips or anything, we were always buddies. So my mother would be going off doing her own thing. Me and my aunt, we would be laying out on the beach trying to get as dark as possible. And that was our goal. And I remember we would go down to like Publix in Florida. We'd grab all this food, like we would get the cut-up fruit, the expensive cut-up fruit that's like $12, and like all this other expensive food. Mother would be checking out, and she was like, do you really need this $12 fruit? My aunt and I would look at each other, we'd be like, yes, then moving on. And then, so that was one of our gifts. And then the following, I think it was when I was a junior in college, like just a couple of years ago, like earlier than that, I think it was maybe in high school. she gave me my first diamond ring, which I still am wearing today. And this is like, it was such a special gift for me, and I still wear it every single day. So these were her lasting gifts to me, and one of the final gifts is her life and memory.
So I'm going to read this. This is called The Train. At birth, we board the train of life, and we met our parents. And we believed that they would always travel by our side. However, at some station, our parents would step down from the train and leave us on life's journey alone. As time goes by, some significant people will board the train: siblings, other children, friends, and even the love of our life. Many will step down and leave a permanent vacuum. Others will go unnoticed that we won't realize that they've vacated their seats. The train ride is a mixture of joy, sorrow, fantasy, expectations, hellos, goodbyes, and farewells. A successful journey consists of having a good relationship with all passengers, requiring that we give the best of ourselves. The mystery that prevails is that we do not know which station ourselves will step down. Thus, we must try to travel along the track of life in the best possible way, loving, forgiving, giving, and sharing. When the time comes for us to step down and leave our empty seat, we should leave behind beautiful memories for those who continue to travel on the train of life. Let's remember to thank our Creator for giving us life to participate in this journey. I close by thanking all of you for being a passenger on my sister's train. I know she enjoyed the ride. Thank you.